So, basically, I saw this video. I didn't watch the full thing yet, but let's analyze it. You know? Well, I don't really know. No, not analyze. Analyze and break down mean the same thing, right? Hold up. Alexa, do analyze and break down mean the same thing?
What would you like me to analyze and break down?
Never mind. Don't.
No problem at all.
Okay. So we're gonna break down video. Welcome to Analyzing with Tana. Yeah, I have these prepared. Okay, hold up, let me put the video.
Told me that surviving cancer was selfish. I got angry when my mom told me that surviving cancer was selfish. So
It's one of those Reddit videos. In the first part, I got a little mad, but yeah.
afternoon, I had my annual checkup at the oncology clinic. I've been
Wow.
cancer-free for 10 years, but they still monitor me every year because of the chemo I had as a kid. The
That's
nurse
cool,
doing
right?
my intake was new, maybe mid-20s, and
Yeah, he has cancer. His mom makes me mad.
when she got to the part about
Hold up.
reproductive health, she made a comment. "You're young and healthy now. Planning to have kids someday?" I told her I
Question
can't.
mark.
The chemotherapy damaged my reproductive system when I was 8. She got quiet, apologized, said she didn't know. I told her it was fine. It's a medical fact,
Okay.
not a secret. I've known since I was 13 that I can't have biological children, and I've made peace with it. But then she said something that stuck with me. "At least you're alive, though. That's what matters." I agreed. She was right. Being alive matters more than anything else. When I
True,
got
true.
home, I mentioned the appointment to my mom. I thought we'd just talk about my test results being clear again. Instead, she asked what the nurse said about kids. I told her about the comment. Mom went quiet for a long time. Then she said I should have thought about that before I got sick. I didn't
What? Bro, I got sick.
understand at first. She repeated it. "You should have been more careful. Then maybe you wouldn't have needed so much chemo." I just...
What? You should have been careful, then you wouldn't. Did he ask to have cancer? Can he control having cancer? He was 8 when he got it. He didn't even know what a vape was. I don't even think it was a thing. And did he know it's not? I mean, I'm no person to say, but people be crazy sometimes. Okay, let's keep listening.
understand at first. She repeated it. "You should have been more careful. Then maybe you wouldn't have needed so much chemo." I just stared at her. I was 8 years old when I was diagnosed with leukemia. 8. I didn't choose to get cancer. She kept going, and I realized she'd been holding this in for years. She said if I hadn't gotten sick, she'd have grandchildren by now. That my older sister can't have kids either
If your other child can't have children either, why are you blaming me? What about her? I'm not your only child. Okay? What? What? Yeah, this isn't very breaking down, but yeah.
She'd been holding this in for years. She said if I hadn't gotten sick, she'd have grandchildren by now. That my older sister can't have kids either because of a medical condition, so I was her own.
Yeah. And neither can he. So there's clearly something wrong with you. Because both your children had something wrong with them. And it's clearly because of the parents. Is it not? Or just somebody bad luck. But they still alive. So couldn't be that bad.
Only hope. She said I took that from her when I decided to get sick. I tried to
Decided? Okay.
explain that children don't decide to get cancer, but she
Yeah.
wasn't listening. She said the doctors gave us options. Less aggressive treatment that might not have worked, but wouldn't have...
Less aggressive treatment that might not have worked. You know, if it didn't work, I could have been dead, and then you still wouldn't have grandchildren. Oh my gosh, who knew?
destroyed my fertility. I don't remember any of that. I was 8 and terrified and in pain. My parents made the choice to save my life.
So he So she chose? Okay.
Now she was blaming me for it. Then she said the worst part. She said surviving was selfish because now I get to live my life.
Surviving was selfish? First off, you made the choice. Second off, the surgery went good or whatever. So I survived. If it didn't even go good, then I wouldn't survive. Then you'd be happy you went around your own happy little life, still having no grandchildren. You know, there's still an option to adopt, and I bet she would not be okay with that. She'd be like, no, I don't want them. They're not my grandchildren. People make me mad.
While she has to watch everyone else become grandparents, that I took her future away, that she saved my
Yay.
life, and I gave her nothing in return. I stood there trying to process it. She'd visited me every day in the hospital, slept in a chair next to my bed during my worst nights, held my hand during every treatment. I thought she did that because she loved me, but apparently she did it expecting something back. I went to my room and started crying. Then I realized I'm 19.
Wait, you still live with? Oh, I thought he was 20-some.
I don't have to stay here. I called my dad. They divorced when I was 15, 3 years after I went into remission. I never knew why. He answered on the second ring. I told him what Mom said. There was silence. Then he said, pack your things. I'm coming to get you. By the time I finished packing, I heard yelling from downstairs. Dad was already there. I'd never heard him that loud. I grabbed my bag and went down.
Right.
Mom was crying, saying I was overreacting. I told her
I was overreacting. You said it was selfish. You said it was selfish for me to live. Oh. Hold on.
I'm 19 and I can leave if I want to. Dad took my bag and we walked out. I texted my sister from the car. She said she wasn't surprised. That Mom's been making comments for years about how we failed her, that she's been bitter since the divorce. My sister said she moved out at 18 for the same reason. I'm at Dad's apartment now. He set up the guest room for me. He told me I can stay as long as I need to, that this is my home. Then he told me something
We like the dad more. Right? Dad's cool.
I didn't know. The reason they divorced was because Mom wanted to sue the hospital for not preserving my fertility before treatment.
Preserving the who? What's that mean?
Dad said I was dying and saving my life was all that mattered. Mom never forgave him for not supporting her lawsuit. She'd been blaming me for 10
tell me
years.
what that means?
I got angry when my mom told me that
Anyhow, yesterday I was watching My Hero Academia, and it was when Bakugo got kidnapped. I was gonna slap somebody. Yeah, I can take these off now. So basically, he told Shigaraki to go jump into traffic, and I was like dying because that was basically an indirect threat. He just said, "Go kill yourself." Shigaraki was like, "Come join us. Come join us." It's like, yes. Sorry, my mother just called me. So Shigaraki was like, yes, they were trying to get him to join the League of Villains. He was like, come join us. He was like, go jump into traffic. And I had to pause the show because I was literally rolling on the ground. I fell off my bed over there. Yeah, I fell off my bed. And I was like, that was an indirect threat. He just told him to go kill himself. I mean, it was like really funny, like hilarious, but like, I'm still mad that nobody helped Shigaraki just because he needed a little bit of lotion and his scars needed to be patched up. Anyhow, yeah, how's your day? Your life? How's your life? I'm here to listen. Yep. I hear. Thank you for telling me that. I really have nothing better to do, so, nothing else to do today, so, bye. Wait. I feel like there's something else, but I can't remember. Oh, I thought that Coda came in after Eri, but I was mistaken. And I was just waiting for him to kick Midoriya nuts. And oh, that tickled something in me. That tickled my funny bone. Oh my gosh. And then he wrote an apology. He's like, I'm sorry I kicked you in the balls. Anyhow. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Alright. Bye. For real.